And good day to you, everyone. My name's Micah. I'm a part-time gamer dad, and this is The Secret of Monkey Island, Special Edition. So, a little while ago on the channel, I played through Psychonauts 1 and Psychonauts 2 for the very first time, and I loved it, and it got me thinking about old LucasArts adventure games, because the creator of Psychonauts, Tim Schafer, got his start at LucasArts Software back in, the late 80s, I want to say, like a long time ago. He was a veteran of the industry by the time Psychonauts came out in 2005. And the reason it resonated with me so hard was because when I was around 10 or 11, somewhere around there, it was 5th grade, I remember that, I got my hands on a copy of The Secret of Monkey Island for my 256 PC with 25 megahertz. I remember it so clearly. We got it from Sam's Club for Christmas. And a friend of ours lent us his copy, which meant he gave us the original 3.5 floppy disks that the game came on, and we had to load it up. It was on a series of like 3 disks, I want to say. And I spent so much time in this game. I know it like the back of my hand. Now, I played the original VGA version, which meant that there were no crazy effects, there was no voice acting or anything like that. It was just animated pixely goodness. Well, on this channel, I play games that I've never played before but have always wanted to try, and I've known for a while that there was a special edition of Monkey Island that had updated graphics and voice acting, and I've never ever seen it before, so I figure this falls into the same category. So without much further ado, I want to go ahead and jump in and re-experience this game again, because I honestly haven't played it since the 90s. Maybe I played through it again in the early 2000s at some point, but I haven't played this game in like 20 years, and so I want to see just how much I can remember and just relive all of the great memories with it. So come along with me, check it out. If you haven't seen this game before, then you're in for a treat. If you know this game as well as I do, then hopefully you'll enjoy seeing it again through my eyes. So thank you so much for joining me. Let's head to the Caribbean and go on an adventure. It's just like I remember it. Deep in the Caribbean. That's not a great Caribbean accent. I probably won't try to do that. The island of Melee. This is definitely the original pixel graphics. This is what I remember. And, oh, never mind. Here comes the new stuff. Oh, it looks so good. Ron Gilbert, the man. He's the one responsible for all the Monkey Island games. These games were his baby. And there's Tim Schafer right there. So, yeah, right from the start. That's where Tim Schafer got his start and his influence. Man, look at those water effects. Look how smooth those graphics look. This is definitely an improvement. Not to mention that this is one of the greatest pieces of music in video game history. Oh my god. All right, so this is all just opening credits. We'll go ahead and skip past this, but I'm playing this again. I've missed this so bad. All right, jumping right in. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
My name's Guybrush Threepwood, and I want to be a pirate.
Look at him! He's got that high tapered fade. He looks great.
Sneak up on me like that.
Hang on.
I'm over this way.
Ah, well then, Thriftweed.
Threepwood.
That's Rob Paulson.
Guybrush Threepwood.
They got Rob Paulson to do voices in this. This is great.
You want to be a pirate, eh?
You want to be a pirate, eh?
Flooring inspector.
Flooring inspector.
But if you're serious
Rob Paulson,
about
of course, probably most famous for being
leaders,
at least 2 of the Ninja Turtles, and Yakko Warner in Animaniacs, as well as like 8,000 other voices.
Bye now.
One of the most high prolific voice actors in the industry.
good luck.
Where did you say those pirate leaders were?
The Scum Bar.
The Scum Bar.
Thanks.
Ignoring for a fact the gag that this guy's the lookout for Melee Island and he's blind. Future Micah, I hope you, did a whole bunch of crazy effects to make that singing sound great. Okay. Starting off. Right there at the poster of Governor Elaine Marley.
Re-elect Governor Marley. When there's only one candidate, there's only one choice.
Okay, so let's talk about how gorgeous this little tableau is here. We have all of the wonderful color effects and the enormous moon and the sound effects of the water, and look at those ships in the background. It's fantastic. Now, one thing I did learn before jumping in here is that you can hot swap between the new version of the game that we're seeing now and the old version. So this is gorgeous, but it's not what I remember. When I played the game, it looked like this right here. So yeah, you had all of the parsing verbs to interact with the environment right down here to click, and your inventory goes in this blank space. And it looks like this is the visual inventory. When I played the original version, there weren't pictures in your inventory. It was text of the inventory item. So you kind of had to use your imagination. So we've gone a long way. Now, part of me really thought about playing this original version and doing all of the voice acting myself throughout the entire playthrough, but then I realized that I would probably blow out my larynx after like 2 episodes. So no, we're not going to do that. We're going to stick with the new version and experience all the good stuff, but I'll probably swap back and forth between the two, so to give a comparison, just to see how clear my memories are of the original game and compare the two. So right off the bat, here's the scum bar that we need to go to. Probably a smart move, opening it right up where all the ships dock. Welcome to the scum bar. This fella up here is having a grand old time. And all the various pirates in here that we can interact with. This is what it looked like for me. So not that much of a change. This guy's still having a hell of a time. So let's go ahead and have some conversations with some folks.
Ahoy there, stranger.
Ahoy.
New in town?
Is it that obvious? Maybe I'm the only one who has, like, a fresh haircut compared to everybody.
My name's Guybrush Threepwood. I'm new in town.
There we go. It confirms.
Guybrush Threepwood?
I mean, it's a normal name.
That's the stupidest name I've ever heard.
But it is memorable. You got to give him that. All right, well, what's your name, Smarty
Well,
Pants?
What's your name?
My name is Mancomb Seepgood. So, what brings
Guybrush
you to Melee
Mancomb.
Island, anyway?
Okay, so this is really cool character art here that we're looking at, but in the original version, they tried to go with photorealistic pixel art. So we'll swap back, and this is what I remember from the last time I played. And honestly, I think it still holds up. I think it looks really great for the time period in which it was made. And I think there's a lot of indie games that would have tried to emulate this style to great effect too. So really not too bad. So in these games, you can talk and interact with all of the people, and you get like dialogue tree options on what you can say, and sometimes you get different outcomes. Sometimes it's just silly stuff to throw in a gag, and you wind up at the same conclusion anyway. But let's see what this guy has to
I
say.
want to be a pirate.
Oh, really? You should go talk to the important-looking pirates in the next room. They're pretty much in charge around here.
That's why they look so important.
They can tell you where to go and what to do.
We don't need to think for ourselves then, do we? Where can I find the
Where can I
governor?
find the governor?
Governor Marley.
Elaine.
Her mansion is on the other side of town.
Noted.
But pirates aren't as welcome around her place as they used to be.
Oh, okay. That sounds like an important story point. I'm welcome everywhere I go. I'm a damn one-person Mardi
Whatever
Gras.
you say, just watch out for those guard dogs. Uh-oh, looks like my grog is going flat.
So piss
you have
off.
to excuse me. Nice talking to you.
I'm sure it was.
Have fun
An
on
absolute
Melee
pleasure. That's a conversation tactic that I should probably start employing more at social engagements when I'm done talking to people. My grog's going flat. You'll have to excuse me. How about this happy fellow?
I don't think it's wise to wake a sleeping pirate.
No, boyos? Ye pirates with ye wenches?
They're busy.
Yeah, he does look pretty busy. I remember you can talk to this guy. Yeah, Esteban is his name. And he's been in a fight or two.
I'd like to introduce myself. My name's Guybrush.
Well, that didn't sound like Guybrush
So
there. That
what?
sounded like ADR. Okay, again, this is what the guy looked like when I was a kid. He had less of a stylized face, but still had the glass eye. Kept the rad mustache, though. Hey, talk to me about the governor.
Pirates welcome at the governor's house.
Because of LeChuck, that's why.
LeChuck!
Guy that went to the governor's for dinner and never wanted to leave.
Never wanted to
He fell
leave.
for her in a big way, but she told him to drop dead. So he did, and then things really got ugly.
My cat was in here a second ago, and now she is mysteriously absent. I'm a little paranoid. What's so scary about this LeChuck guy? Oh, we'll find out.
LeChuck guy.
LeChuck was a fearsome pirate.
Was?
He tried to impress the government
Tried?
by sailing
A lot of
off
suspicious
the
past tense verbiage.
of Monkey Island.
Monkey
But a
Island!
storm came up and sank his ship, leaving no survivors. We thought that was the end of the fearsome pirate, LeChuck. We were wrong.
We were wrong. What happened?
What happened then?
He still sails the waters between here and Monkey Island. His ghost ship is an unholy terror upon the sea. That is why we are all in here. And
Sort of
not
a
out
Flying
pirating.
Dutchman situation.
Where can I get a drink?
A drink? You could wait for the cook to notice you. But that would take all day.
Busy fella.
Just find the mug and sneak into the kitchen. That is what we all do.
In true pirate fashion.
Sorry to
Okay.
bother you. Bye.
Right.
Right. Believe it or not, actually an important plot point there. Let's see. There's 2 more people we can talk to, including this old salt. Oi! He's got a little pirate hat with his name embroidered on it. They captured him utterly. He looks exactly the same. That same buck-toothed, dead-eyed stare. This was a whole gag that they just included in the game to plug another game that LucasArts had made. So let's have him go through the plug, and it sounds like he's got a great voice. Let's hear what he has to say about Loom.
About Loom.
You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty?
Yeah, that's
Why,
what
it's
I
an
mean. Tell me
extraordinary
more
adventure
about it,
with
Cobb.
an interface of magic. Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical
Look at how much
effects.
his face is
Not
brightened
to
up.
mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters.
No,
objects,
no,
and
don't
magic
don't
spells.
undersell it.
Beat
You
the
gotta,
rush.
you really gotta
Go
beat
out
it into
and buy
people. Well, put some meat in the
today.
seats. Put the sizzle reel out.
Jeez, what an obvious sales pitch.
Sorry, but on some topics I just get carried away.
Nice talking
talking
to
to
you.
you.
Oi.
Oi.
Okay, so synergy between verticals in video games is decades old. Using games to sell other games, it's been around for a while. So if anyone's ever been upset at like soulless marketing opportunities within video games, don't worry, they've got a very good pedigree. Now the last one you can talk to here in the room is this handsome fellow here, who actually gets his own close-up. If I remember in the original game, yeah, no, you just look at the dog. He didn't get his own portrait. And his name is Spiffy. I just discovered that. Woof. Murph? He's got a lot to say, this dog. Mary Island. LeChuck. Woof, LeChuck.
Woof, LeChuck.
We're just standing here having a conversation with a dog. Perfectly normal. I'm good pirate material. Governor Marley. I think having animals talk to you in your own native language is like a sign of scurvy, which means I'm a shoo-in with the rest of these guys. LeChuck. Okay, and there you have it. That's about all we can talk to here, so let's walk to the curtain. And here we have these lads. Oh, man alive. Okay, so they are awful wobbly. Oh, and there goes the cook. Important to note that he bursts out of the kitchen every now and then. The start of this game is all very dialogue heavy because we're, in exposition zone, right? Like, this is where you want to talk to everybody that you can so you can kind of learn about what's going on. But they do a really good job of kind of weaving in hints on what you're supposed to be doing after all the dialogue is done. And they're dropping hints on, like, future parts of the game. So it's actually very expertly written. But let's talk to these old salts, see what they have to say. And I think I've just kind of put together since the first time playing this back in the 90s is that the reason they're so wobbly is because they're drunk off their asses. I mean to kill you all!
To kill you all.
I'll get lost, boy. You bother us.
Oh, okay. How about...
What be ye wanting, boy?
No, really. I mean to kill you all!
I mean to kill you all.
I'll get lost, boy. You bother us.
Okay, they're not impressed by anything that I have to say. Fine, whatever. I want to be a
I wanna
pirate.
be a pirate.
He really does. He wants to be a pirate so bad.
Why bother us?
Hey, don't forget we're short on help because of this whole LeChuck thing. So, no pirates means no swag, and no swag means no grog. And we're getting
Man doesn't have
dangerous
swag,
below.
then what does he have, truly?
Do you have any special skills?
As a matter of
I can
fact.
hold my breath for 10 minutes.
Well,
And it's true, he can.
all right.
That actually becomes a
Don't
gameplay
become a
mechanic in
pirate
future
just by
games.
asking.
You'll have to go through
The 3 trials!
What 3 trials are those?
They don't just look important, they are important. They have all kinds of knowledge.
Trials every pirate must pass.
You must master the sword.
Bing,
And the art of thievery.
bing,
and the quest.
bing.
What?
Treasure hunting, you sea urchin.
We just call it the quest because it sounds more interesting. Yar.
You must prove yourself in each of these 3 areas. Swordplay, thievery, and treasure huntery.
The most important of the 3.
Return with proof that you've done it.
Yee.
And then you must drink grog with us.
Grog! Okay, so this is all actually pretty important here. Let's find out more details about the 3 trials so that I can get my pirating merit badge.
Mastering the sword.
First, get here your sword.
Get to your sword, check. I'll get me the best sword out there.
Someone in town can probably direct you.
The Sword Master.
Oh, I want to find somebody to train you first.
Oh, training, got it. Oh, I forgot about the training.
Imagine trying to take on the sword master without any training.
Har, har, har. Okay, sword, check. Tell me about the art of
Tell me more about
thievery.
mastering the art of thievery.
There's a stealth section in the game.
We want you to procure a
So if anyone's ever complained about mandatory stealth sections in video games, again, long pedigree.
The governor's mansion.
The governor keeps the idol of many hands in a display case in the mansion outside the town.
You'll
Yar.
have to get past the guard.
Turn the gain up because I'll be speaking low and deep.
Past the dogs outside.
Hi, they're particularly vicious.
So many deep, gravelly voices. These poor voice actors must have gone through gallons of throat coat. Okay, pilfering the idol, governor's mansion.
Tell
Got
me
it.
more about treasure hunting.
Legend has it that there's a treasure buried here on the island.
An ancient
All you
pirate
must do
legend.
is find the legendary lost treasure of Melee Island and bring it back here.
Should
That's
I have
it.
a map or something?
Well, you can hardly expect to find a treasure without a map.
Well, it goes without saying, dummy.
X marks the spot.
I have a feeling they know something I don't. Thank you so much for the information. Let me really give you a piece of my
A
mind.
bunch of foul-smelling, grog-swilling pigs.
There! Burn!
To be a pirate, you must also be a foul-smelling, grog-swilling pig.
Oh, okay. Well, you're welcome for the compliment.
I'll just be running along now.
Leave us to our grog.
Grog!
Later and tell us how you're doing.
Well, hey, thank you for your interest. I appreciate the opportunity, and I look forward to working with you all.
Cozy.
Quite cozy for a rundown ramshackle pirate bar. Okay, so we've talked to everybody that we can talk to in here. The next thing we need to do is get some stuff out of the kitchen, but the problem is that the cook is in the kitchen.
You can't come back here.
And he doesn't like it when people try to go in to his kitchen. So if we just sort of hang out a little bit, we noticed that he came out of the kitchen earlier. Maybe he'll do it again and we can just go ahead and sneak on in. So now we play the waiting game. Oh, look, there he is. Waiting game done. I win. Hooray! No, don't close the door. In you go. Okay, so we got to be quick because the cook will come back. But we need to look at the
Some
hunk of
sort
meat.
meat or meat-like substance.
Yeah, so I think I have to type in the verbs that I want here. Okay, P for pickup. Pick up that hunk of meat, baby. And we can look at
I
this.
think it's full of that foul stuff pirates drink.
Well, I don't have a mug, so I can't get any of that. The pot is showing up in the pixel map, so that must mean it's important. So let's see if we can pick that up. Let's look at it first.
Someone cooked a head cheese in this.
Head cheese. Pick it up. All right, now for one of the more confounding things. This is something that really bugged me as a kid. There's this fish here that I need to get.
I think that bird will peck my hand off.
But unfortunately, that seagull came up, and I can't get the fish. But there is a loose plank right here. Right here. There we go. And it launches the bird in the sky. The thing is that there's nothing to indicate that that plank is there. But if you walk on it 3 times, it'll piss the bird off enough to where you can pick up the fish and then make your way out. So we got this red fish. Look at the pot of stew.
Hot.
Can we pick up the pot of stew?
It's boiling hot.
Just like the man said. Okay, so let's get out of here before the cook notices. And we've got everything we need. And at the perfect time, too. Okay, so we're done at the scum bar. We'll leave these pirate lads to their drinking and their wenches. Looks like they're prepared to make a night of it. Oh.
Deep beneath Monkey Island, the ghost pirate LeChuck ship lies anchored in a river of lava.
God, what a voice. I know that voice, too. We'll be checking in with that voice later. But now for one of my favorites. There's Rob Paulson again.
There's nothing like the hot winds of hell blowing in your face.
And there's Earl Bowen as the voice of LeChuck.
Nothing like it.
If you watched my Psychonauts playthrough, that should be a familiar voice. He did the voice of the Butcher in the last episode.
It's days like this that
Or the
make
last
you
boss fight.
glad to be dead.
Oh, yes, sir. Glad to be dead.
We are glad to be dead, right?
Oh, yes, sir. I feel so lucky that you happened to capture my ship.
Boy, when you sign Rob Paulson for a performance, you get a performance.
Yes.
The guy is just a straight-up professional.
Lucky.
Glad to hear it.
Boy, he really does look menacing, too. He looks really evil. In the original version,
Yes, sir. Well, you...
we'll switch over here real quick. He was just this, like, transparent guy with a bright red nose. He actually kind of looked a little silly.
What problem could there be?
But he's got the motion blurring effects. Those evil eyes. His beard is alive and wriggling.
Take a bath.
Well, there seems to be a new pirate in town.
Oh, word gets around
He's
fast.
a pirate wannabe. Young, inexperienced, probably nothing to worry about. Don't know why I bothered you with it. I'll have him taken care of myself.
Wait!
Wait!
This personally.
LeChuck himself will come in.
Too important to be messed up by amateurs.
Yes, sir.
There's nothing like the hot winds of hell blowing in your face. So evil and spooky. Okay. Off to the rest of Mayday Island, which honestly, there's not a ton. But we have this trustworthy-looking citizen right here. Let's see what he's all about.
Excuse me, but do you have a cousin named Sven?
They nailed the voice. That's fine. No, but once I had a barber named Dominic. Capiche?
No, but I once had a barber named Dominique.
Close enough.
Close enough. What do you
Let's
want?
talk business.
You want some papers? I got papers right
You
here.
want to buy a map to the legendary lost treasure of Melee Island?
You bet I do.
Only one in existence. Rare. Very rare.
Very rare.
Only 100 pieces of eight.
$100? I don't have $100.
No thanks. I don't want it.
But I don't want to let him know that.
Not enough money.
Gives away my bargaining position.
Come back when you're serious about treasure hunting, kid.
Oh, I'm serious about it. I'm going to show you just how Anyway, moving on. All right, we have these men of... All this growly, low, gravelly talking has gotten me... It's kind of starting to wreck my voice a little bit. We have the men of low moral fiber here. And if I remember correctly, if you moused over their little pet rat, it would annoy them.
Hey, don't mess with my rat.
Yeah, there it is. The cursor, like, annoys the rat. And if you do it enough, it'll run off, and then the guys will get annoyed with you, and they won't want to talk. So let's talk to you guys real quick.
Do you guys know the sneaky-looking man on the opposite corner?
Want to buy a map, eh?
Yes, I do. Do you have
Our maps
one?
are top quality.
Not like the bird-caged liners you get from that clown across the street.
No, do a cheesier voice. Nobody will notice.
No, just kidding. These are actually copies of the minutes of the last meeting of the Melee Island PTA.
Melee Island PTA.
Even give them away.
Well, where are all the children? You idiot! Can't even give them away, huh? No, but I'll take one if you pay me.
But I'll take one if you give me 2 pieces of 8.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, $2. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. You know what? I don't really want to talk to you guys anymore. Okay, moving on. The rest of these doors don't really do anything. They just kind of like warp you around to other random doorways in this same screen. So I'm not going to mess with those. The only other important door to go into is this big scary looking one here. And here we're going to meet my favorite character in the entire series. She just keeps popping up here in the Voodoo Shop. Now, it should be mentioned that this game was made in the late 80s, early 90s, somewhere around there. I don't really remember. So, a different era, and while they were actually really conscientious about their writing and the type of humor and inclusion in this game, some of the stuff still hits a sour note. Like the whole voodoo priestess thing. Number one, hoodoo is the bad stuff, not voodoo. Voodoo is the positive aspect of Santeria. And so this is maybe a little hokey by today's standards. But when I played this as a kid, I was like, oh, this is so cool.
A rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle.
another running gag of this game. Rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle. Let's pick it up. We need it.
Maybe no one will miss just this one thing.
Pick up all the things. Look at chickens.
Poor chickens.
Poor chickens. I feel so bad for the chickens. Okay, let's hop over here and meet the voodoo priestess herself.
You with, son?
Oh, it's the same voice. Okay, so I'm familiar with some of the voices in this already because whenever they got to Monkey Island 3, and that would have been in the late 90s. I want to say that was like, I was in high school by the time that came out. Monkey Island 3 was the first one to come out on CD, and so they had room to incorporate voice acting files. And it sounds like they got a lot of the same voice actors to reprise their roles for this. So Earl Bowen obviously did LeChuck. Dominic Aratu, I want to say, did the voice for Guybrush through all 3 games. And then here, for the Voodoo Priestess, we have an actress named Leilani Jones, who does a lot of accessibility acting in her career. If you look her up on IMDb, she does a lot of visual impaired cues, right? Like she reads the closed captioning for a lot of the movies, or does scene transition, stuff like that. She has very few acting roles under her name, and this was her very first acting role, was the Voodoo Priestess for Monkey Island. And to boot, she is married to Larry Wilmore, the comedian and former correspondent for The Daily Show. So a lot of her credits are Leilani Jones Wilmore. Just a cool little tidbit, I thought. Let's talk to the lady, see what she has to say.
Wait, don't say anything. I can sense your name is Guybrush. Guybrush nose hair.
Yep, nailed it.
Threepwood.
Nope, there it is. Okay.
Guybrush
Close with nose hair.
Threepwood. Am I not right?
You're not right.
Wow, that was amazing. Do you know any other tricks?
Nah, they're not tricks, buddy.
I do not deal in tricks.
Yeah, don't.
What I know
You gotta
is
watch
the
your words
truth.
around this woman. She knows what she's talking about. And another note here, again, for the time period, is that the notion of diversity was just kind of starting to climb into media, and so you kind of had like token brown characters in games and movies. This game went a step further, right? Because it's set in the Caribbean, however you want to say it. So it would make sense that there would be some melanin popping in some of the characters here. So the Voodoo Priestess isn't the only brown person in the game, which I think was foresight on their end, and I'm happy to see it. I'm talking about another character that we haven't met yet. I'm just running off my memory, but we'll see that other character soon enough. I'm sorry I took your chicken.
I sense the guilt of stealing my chicken grows.
Yes, sorry.
Take it.
Really?
It's yours.
Thank you.
Why don't you want it? Is it jinxed with an ancient voodoo curse?
No. The pulley squeaks.
Very sensible. Who wants a squeaky rubber chicken pulley? Can you read palms?
So, my mind-reading skills tell me it is your future you are interested
That's true. This is what she looked like when I was a kid. Honestly, I think this version of the music is a little bit better. All right, back we go. Yes, tell me everything!
Everything is going to happen to me.
Give up the whole game!
I am getting a vision.
We just got done watching
I see
WandaVision
you
with the
taking a
kids, so that's where my
voyage.
mind immediately
A
went.
long voyage.
He's been wanting
I
to
see
watch
you
the
captaining
Doctor
a
Strange
ship.
Multiverse of Madness movie
Yeah.
for a
I
while, and I'm like, well, you
see.
can't watch that until we watch WandaVision, buddy. And he's been dragging his feet on it until he finally sat down and watched the first
see
couple
a
episodes, and he was
giant
hooked.
Yikes.
Tore his way through it. Giant monkey,
I
yikes!
see you inside the giant monkey.
Inside the giant monkey, yikes!
Gross.
Also a little gross.
It's all becoming
Hmm.
clear. Your journey will have many parts. You will see things better left unseen. You will hear things better left unheard.
Sign
you
of a
will
good
learn
adventure.
things better left unlearned.
What kind of things? I hate surprises.
No.
No.
Time is not right to
Guybrush
know.
is very squeamish for a pirate
When you
wannabe.
know your purpose? Come see me. I will let you know then.
All right, now go for the flashy exit. Kaboosh!
Yikes.
She's very good at what she does. You don't hold down a shack as the only voodoo priestess in an island in the Caribbean without knowing your shit. And she knows her shit. All right, off we go. Okay, we're still in the meeting people phase. We'll get to the action soon enough. But this is the last part of the town proper. Oh. Oh.
Come over here.
That's a very long psst. This must be extremely important. Okay, off to the alley. Hello?
Anybody in here?
Who's back here psting?
Hello?
You know, bad things could happen to a person in a dark, deserted alley like this one.
Oh, there's Earl
And at this
Bowen
time of
again.
night, nobody would be around to see it.
You all know who Earl Bowen is. If you've watched any media from the 90s, he was like one of those guys. He's an actor that just had like character roles that would pop up here and there. He did a lot of voice acting, but he did more traditional acting too. But if you look him up on IMDb and see his picture, you'll be like, oh, that guy. I know that guy. All right, being in alleys can be dangerous to your health. Yeah, and bad things happen to people who sneak up on other people.
Bad things happen
Jerk!
To people who sneak up on other people from behind.
So, you're gonna give me a little attitude, huh?
I'm gonna give you more than a little. I got 2 pockets full of them, baby. I'm Guybrush Threepwood, and I'm a
Guybrush
mighty
Threepwood,
pirate.
And I'm a mighty pirate.
Listen, Peepwood.
Threepwood.
Threepwood.
Yeah.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Get it straight.
Well, whatever your name is, listen.
Guybrush.
I'm the sheriff around here. Sheriff Fester Shinetop. Take it from me. This is a bad time to be visiting Melee Island. A very bad time.
Why?
My advice to you is to
Is it
find
flu
somewhere
season?
else to take your vacation. Somewhere safer.
Safer.
I feel much better knowing there's an officer of the law around.
Always the happy-go-lucky. Hey, sometimes the best threats are the ones where you don't even realize they're threats right off the bat.
Oh, a circus. I love a circus.
Man, who doesn't besides me? I went to a circus once in my life, and honestly, it wasn't a lot of fun. I appreciate that my family took me. It was quite the spectacle, but it just seemed sad whenever I went. Like, the ringmaster just didn't feel like being there. She was just kind of going through the motions, and all the animals looked sad. This was before circuses banned animal performances because of all the cruelty. So yeah, I don't love a circus. All right, here we are in the jail. There's the church that we walked by, but there's really nothing going on in the church right now, so I'll spare you that.
You gotta get me out of here! I'm a victim of society!
I remember that
Not
voice.
to mention halitosis. Ugh.
That means bad breath.
Hey, it's hard to keep my breath minty fresh when there's nothing to eat in here but rats.
Okay, can I talk to him again?
Talk to Death Breath? No thanks.
Okay, so that conversation is locked. I gotta find some way of fixing his breath before I can talk to him. Now, the governor's mansion is out that way, and we don't need to head out that way right now. There's one other place we need to go on the map, and it is this door. In we go.
Ahoy there, fancy pants.
We're gonna do a little bit of shopping in the nicest and only shop in town. And man, they really kept the look of the shopkeeper. He still looks like a grizzled old grumpy pants. This is what he looked like when I was a kid. Oh, yeah, see, there's the inventory popping up.
Don't have all day.
I don't have all day. All right, let's talk to the man because he knows something that we need.
I could really use a breath mint.
Whew, you're telling me. Here, take one. Please. Take the whole roll. That'll be 1 piece of 8.
Hey, I have money.
What else do you want?
All right, there we go. Hey, you seem to know something about the Swordmaster of Melee Island.
I'm looking for the Swordmaster of Melee Island.
The Swordmaster of Melee Island?
Yes, the Swordmaster of Melee Island.
I don't know. See, nobody knows the whereabouts of her secret hideout. Nobody except me.
Oh, well, aren't you the special boy?
I guess I could hike all the way over there. Once!
Be
right back.
Here's the part that blew my mind when I first played this game.
Anything.
I shan't! Just go already! Because normally, in adventure games like this, you just think like, well, maybe I'll just wait for him to return. But no. Spoiler alert. The way to actually find your way to the Swordmaster of Melee Island is by tracking this old coot all across the island. And the good news is that you don't have a way of ruining it unless you just happen to go the wrong direction. Like, you can't follow too closely and alert him to your presence. You just, like, follow the guy. Because for an old guy using a sword as a cane, he's pretty spry. He walks a lot faster than old Guybrush here. With his fancy buckled shoes. All right, yeah, see, off he goes. And you got, like, this sneaky, sneaky music playing. Up the cliffside, past the lookout, who, again, is blind. Doesn't even know what's going on. And there he goes. And he disappears into the fork. There's Melee Island. That's the map. So there's like a whole world map that you have to navigate. And we follow him through the forest, which ordinarily is a maze. If you didn't follow this guy, you wouldn't be able to find your way to the Swordmasters by accident. Like, this literally unlocks the path. Got some pretty flowers in here. He said, ominously, perhaps hinting towards a future plot point. Up we go. Ka-chonk! Activate log! Okay. Now, obviously, the Swordmaster has got to be some grizzled veteran of the seas. Someone who can... instead live in a nice, cozy cottage in a beautiful clearing in the woods.
I better just stay back here and eavesdrop.
Good idea. Good instincts. They'll serve you well as a pirate.
Hello again, Carla.
And there's Carla, the Swordmaster.
I told you to get lost.
Actually,
Voiced again by Leilani Jones. That's clearly her
this
voice.
Kid come into my store, see?
Face it, you trusty
This kid
old
came into
wretch.
my store,
You'd
see?
make
And I says
any
to him, I
excuse
says...
just to come out here and bother me.
Yeah, I guess.
But here we go. The
Cut
Swordmaster,
it
the
out.
ultimate
I'm
combatant
sick
on
of
Melee
it.
Island,
Take
is
a
this
hike
badass black
and
woman.
Don't come out here again. Someone
And you
might
love to
follow
see
you,
it.
and then I'd become another Melee Island tourist attraction.
She has no F's to
Hey,
give, and she just
you're
wants people to
lost,
leave her
baby.
alone so she can live in
Yeah,
peace,
right.
right? Like,
Now
mood.
scram.
scram. Well, she seems friendly, though. Let's go talk to her. If nothing else, she's reasonable. And you can pester the old guy to do that as many times as you want. Like, he's always looking for an excuse to come out to the woods to bother Carla. Now, here's one thing I remember, because she's standing absurdly still. In my memory, she was doing something different. Let's swap over. Yeah, there we go. For some reason, in the original version, she's, like, spinning around in circles. And Guybrush says it's because she's meditating. If we look at the Swordmaster... Yeah, she looks like she's meditating. So if we switch back... Yeah, she's not... I guess she meditates by spinning in circles? I don't know. We can look at her again.
She looks like she's meditating.
Yeah, still is, but this time just standing still. Okay, there's enough of that. Let's talk to her.
How dare you approach the sword master
Hi,
without
Carla.
permission,
I love your earrings.
which I surely didn't give you.
I really want one of those headbands, too. Yeah, no, she's like, the only thing she notices about me is the audacity, right? I beg your pardon, I must talk to
I beg
you.
your pardon. I must talk to you.
I doubt that. Everyone who comes here is prepared to fight. Let's be honest. You're here to prove yourself to the pirate leaders in hopes of one day being as immoral as they are.
Oh, she read me like a book.
Nailed it right on the head. Gee, you're smart.
But as you have no sword,
Guilty.
I doubt you're really serious.
I just wanted to talk. I thought maybe you'd know where to get one, being the sword master and all, or at least you could let me borrow one? Okay, fine. Nope, I can't expect her to fix all my problems. But at least we know where she lives now. Her location is unlocked on the map, so we can return here anytime. All right, here we are back on Melee Island. Awful quiet on the island. Not a lot of foot traffic around here right now, but that will change very, very shortly. We're actually done in Melee Island town, so there's one other place on the map that we can go to that is of interest, and it's this spot right here, the clearing. We can actually visit all of these spots here, but I'm trying not to waste everybody's time by wandering around. What have we in the clearing? Why, it's the circus we saw the poster for, so they have their marketing down. Glad to see that.
I think there's something going on in there.
Yeah, there might be. You see giant tents pitched in the forest with lights on. Chances are there's something happening in there. There's Rob Paulson again.
I cannot do it. I hurt my hand taming the lions last week.
I hardly think that little scratch compares to my chronic allergy.
Allergy?
Get in the cannon.
You don't have any allergies, you faker. You get in the cannon.
No, you get in the cannon.
No, you get in the cannon.
No, you speaker with a silly accent.
Ruffian.
Fop.
Weasel.
Weasel.
I remember that.
Miscreant.
Toady.
Okay. They're going to keep at this for a while, so this is a good place for me to tell you. I'll admit I cheated and looked at IMDb for some of these. So yeah, Rob Paulson is in here, but the other guy, the green guy, is Jess Harnell, and he's better known for doing the voice of Wacko Warner on Animaniacs. So we have a little Animaniacs reunion here, which I think is really cool.
Where's the combat slippers?
Leave our mother out of it. Get in the cannon.
No, you get in the cannon.
No, you get in the cannon.
And they just reset.
You're a chicken.
You're a dead chicken.
Oh, no, no, it's still going.
You're a dead chicken with a pulley in the middle.
There it is.
What? Just to get in the cannon.
Zoop.
How'd you like the chance?
A once-in-a-lifetime chance.
To perform an amazing feat.
What, to get in the cannon and be shot out of it? Mamma mia!
Dangerous feat.
Dangerous feat.
Not dangerous at all.
An easy feat.
But exciting.
We can be amazing.
Adventurous. Acrobatic.
And exceedingly well-known.
Fabulous. Flying.
Peruccini brothers.
Again, they have the marketing down pat.
My brother Alfredo.
And my brother Bill.
Alfredo and Bill.
Good.
It's very simple, really.
So silly.
See that cannon over there?
Yeah, I see it. What about it?
All you have to do
is get in the cannon,
and we'll shoot you out of it.
While that accent is extremely outrageous and maybe a little offensive to anyone who's Italian, I have to admit, I can't help but, like, do the hand thing anytime that I do that, the accent. And I'm curious to know just how much that was happening in the vocal booths while these two were recording their lines. Not working for free.
How about 478 pieces of eight?
Hot damn! Yeah, no, that's a lot of money. Let's friggin' do it.
Have you got a helmet?
Obviously, I have a helmet. You think I'd come all the way out here to get shot out of a cannon and not bring my own helmet? Asshole. I actually do have a helmet. Here we go.
I have a helmet. What sort of idiot do you take me for?
Well, let's have it.
Let's have it.
We want to be sure
that it's safe.
We don't want you to sue us.
No, sorry.
No, sorry.
Okay, so I have to go into my inventory and give the pot that I stole from the Scum Bar to the Fettuccine Brothers. There's a little hint there whenever we looked at the pot in the kitchen. They said someone cooked a head cheese in this. That means it goes on your head. Here you go, guys. We'll give it to Rob Paulson.
That will work as a helmet.
Ah, yes, it will.
Now we can do the trick.
No chin strap, no
Step
problem.
Right over here, son.
Don't call me son, buddy.
Now put on your helmet,
And get in the cannon.
and we'll take care of the rest.
Echo!
All right, in we go.
It works.
Oh, I'm so relieved.
Hey,
Are you still
Are you
breathing?
okay?
You're not dead, are you?
they kept the dialogue upside down. They did that in the original too. Where's my helmet?
Where's my helmet?
he's all right.
Hey, he's
Just
okay.
had an embarrassing and a financially debilitating lawsuit.
All right.
Here is your money, sir.
Thank you. Feel like maybe you should pay me a little bit more, but whatever. We'll call it a... We had a deal. Pirates are famous for abiding by agreements.
I'll try it next.
No, I'll do it next.
I'll do it next.
No, me.
Slacker.
Loser. Ruffian. Fop.
Ooh, all right, there we go. We made it out of there with a whole bunch of money and a potentially debilitating brain injury. Okay, so now that we have money, we have pretty much all the rest of the trials unlocked in the game. So we'll be able to just knock them out, bing, bang, boom. But we're going to have to do that some other time. We're out of time for today. But thank you so much for coming along with me here. I'm going to play this all the way through. And if you're liking this, well, guess what? I also have Monkey Island 2 and Monkey Island 3 in my library, and we can run through those as well. But I am loving every second of this, and I hope you all come along with me for the entire journey. If you like what you're seeing, that little like button down there that you're looking at, give it a little smack for me. Make sure to signal to the algorithm that you're liking what you're seeing so that other people can join us on this adventure too. So, again, we'll cover everything else some other time. We're out of time for today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye!
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da, shoo-be-doo-wah, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba.